Hey everybody, and welcome to Mike Richlow Online. Okay, skipping the rest of the intro there. As you can see, sitting at my desk in front of my webcam, not in front of my camera, the standard location, with a really nice bottle of wine and a glass in front of you, excited to share something new with you. Today's episode's a little bit more impromptu, and something that kind of irked me the wrong way, we'll put it that way. But I'm excited to share it with you, to be honest. I was on my way home from downtown today, stopped by a friend's house, and they pointed out an article that I really need to check out. Got home, sat in my office, found one article and many other articles supporting the same instance or event. So I'll tell you about it. The Belfray Theatre. It's a local theatre company or foundation that really supports the theatrical arts here in Victoria. They recently were denied a special events license by our BC Liquor Board that permitted them to have their wine auction. Okay, now I'll give you a little bit of background on this. This is their third annual Crush event, and nothing has changed for the last 3 years. So for the last 3 years, they've been holding what's called Crush. It's probably an evening of good food, good people, a great time, but the highlight of the evening is a wine auction. Very much like the Bacchanalia Gala, if you've heard of it, done at the Vancouver Playhouse International Wine Festival over in Vancouver, which is a huge fundraiser to support the arts and to support that particular foundation. So this particular foundation, the Belfray, was denied their license this year. The event or the evening is supposed to happen tomorrow, or was supposed to happen tomorrow, which was October 28th. It's the 27th today, if you're seeing this any other day. So Sunday, October 28th, they were supposed to have this gala, this evening, where they would auction off wines that are donated by very generous individuals who take wines out of their private collection, their cellars, and donate them to be auctioned off. Usually very hard to find wines, very interesting wines, collectible wines, really neat wines to get your hands on. And they auction them off to a whole plethora of different people who are really excited to outbid each other to spend even more than these wines are probably worth, because all of the proceeds are going towards whatever foundation is holding this gala. In particular, the Belfray. They were denied their license. They've already sold all their tickets. They've already spent all the money in order to have this evening. I personally find this a little bit absurd, a little bit ridiculous. If this was a one-off thing, like the first time this has ever happened, first time anyone has ever held a wine auction event like this to support a charity, then yeah, I could maybe see some antiquated law coming in and being like, well, you can't do this. Okay, sure, fine. That'd be fine if that was the case. This would be their third annual, and there are literally hundreds of charitable foundations all around British Columbia that do these wine auctions annually, and none of them have ever been denied. Not to mention that the Belfray now has to fork out whatever money it costs them to put together this whole evening. There's a few more things involved with it. There's a little bit more to it, which is why I'm going to include all the articles I've found below this video, but that's the long and short of it. And I find that a little bit, what's the right word? I'm just going to say I find it petty. It's a bit ridiculous and a bit petty. I don't know who in the liquor board made this call. I don't know who decided to shut this thing down, but it's costing a charity that doesn't have a lot of money in the first place, a lot of money that should be going towards what it stands for, what the arts that it's trying to support for the rest of the year. I was a bit bothered by this. I really felt the need to share this with you. Maybe tell your friends about it. Yeah, there's a lot of great different websites out there that are kind of helping us figure out what to do about some of these antiquated wine laws we've got here in this country. Mark Hicken, he's a wine lawyer, friend of mine. You can check out his website. I'll have it for you below. I think it's just winelaw.com or .ca. I'll have all these sites for you to check out and see some of the other absurdities we come across. But this one in particular, I think is a bit ridiculous, and it's costing a really good foundation a bunch of money that it shouldn't have to fork out, and taking away from something fantastic. That's all I have to say about that. It's a little longer than I thought. Wine, depretentiosized. Something like this just kind of takes the fun out of wine. We'll see you on the next episode, which will be a lot more fun, and we'll continue to discover the wines of Italy.